Most people in the world are struggling to make a living. You might think you're doing everything right by living that so-called middle-class dream, but here's the hard truth. You're like a hamster in a hamster wheel, frantically running and using up all your energy but going nowhere. It's a trap that is designed to keep you exactly where you are, average. You need to avoid these traps if you plan on exiting the rat race early and living a life of freedom, with money and time on your side. I'm Will, and I teach people about investing, personal finance, and money. I've walked the path you seek, and today I have several businesses and investments that provide me income every single month, meaning I never have to work another day in my life. In this video, I'll be breaking down the 5 middle-class traps that are locking you into a lifetime of mediocrity and financial struggle. If you're brave enough to face the uncomfortable reality, stick around. This could be the wake-up call that saves you from a life of perpetual just getting by. So, if you plan on becoming financially free, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you find this video valuable. Alright, now here's the first middle-class trap that's holding you back. High-cost degrees with limited returns. Almost 90% of people have already been trapped by this one. Society has drilled it into our heads that you need a degree to be worth something to secure your financial future. But let's pull the curtain back on that lie. There are people who have art degrees but work as waiters at restaurants simply because they can't find a job in their field. On the other hand, there are artists that never went to a university, but their art is in galleries around the world. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying education isn't important. I'm saying some people are doing it all wrong. Before you throw years of your life and a mountain of money into a degree, you need to stop and consider the return on investment. Do the math. What's the earning potential? If you're taking on massive debt for a degree that's not going to yield a high-paying job or give you the knowledge to set up a business in your field, you're setting yourself up for financial ruin. Before you jump into that degree program, crunch those numbers. Look at the job market. Ask yourself, can I actually pay back this debt with the salary I'm likely to earn? If the answer is no, rethink your strategy. This is your life, your future we're talking about. Don't mortgage it on a bad investment. The mirage of get-rich-quick schemes. The siren call of easy money. I can already hear some of you saying, but what if this is the one that works? Spoiler alert, it's not. The lure of becoming an overnight millionaire has duped many people into parting with their hard-earned money. You can see an ad promising you to turn $1,000 into $100,000 in a month, and you're ready to empty your bank account for it. Wealth doesn't come from a magic formula. It comes from smart, calculated moves and a lot of hard work. You've probably heard about these so-called investment opportunities, right? They're more like black holes, sucking in your money, your time, and your dignity. I've seen too many people go down this path only to end up broke and broken. If someone tells you they're going to double your money with minimal effort on your part, run the other way. You're smarter than that, or at least you should be. You want to build wealth? Stop chasing illusions. There's no shortcut to becoming rich. It's a grind. If you think you're going to get there by throwing your money at every scheme that promises to make you rich quick, you're not just stuck, you're sinking. The lifestyle mirage, otherwise known as keeping up with the Joneses. You see your neighbor pull into their driveway with a brand new sports car, and suddenly your perfectly functional car seems like a piece of junk. Your friend shows off their latest designer outfit, and suddenly you're shopping for clothes you don't need with money you don't have. Sound familiar? Let's get one thing straight. Mimicking other people's spending habits is a one-way ticket to financial ruin. You're so busy trying to keep up with everyone else that you forget to focus on your own financial growth. Who cares if your neighbor has a new car or a friend is decked out in designer gear? Are they paying your bills? No. Then why are you letting their choices dictate how you spend your money? This isn't just a bad habit, it's financial suicide. Every dollar you waste trying to keep up with someone else is a dollar that's not invested in your future. It's a dollar that's not reducing your debt or growing in a savings account. You're not just spending money, You're sacrificing your financial freedom for the sake of appearances. Break free from this toxic mindset. Stop squandering your money on things you don't need just because someone else has them. That's not how you build wealth, that's how you build debt. And let me tell you, no one ever got rich by racking up liabilities. If you're still caught in this trap, you're not just behind, you're moving backward. So do yourself a favor. Stop caring about what other people have and start focusing on what you need to do to get ahead. In his book, The Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey says, "It is human nature to want it and want it now. It is also a sign of immaturity. Being willing to delay pleasure for a greater result is a sign of maturity. This is very important if you want to stay out of the middle-class traps. Delayed gratification is crucial to becoming financially free. If you haven't read the book, check it out in the description below." And now for the next trap. Relying on yourself for everything. Listen, I get it. You think you're some kind of superhero who can do it all. Earn the money, manage the finances, plan for the future. But let's get real. You're not an expert in everything, and pretending that you are is costing you big time. Here's what rich people understand that the middle class doesn't. Delegation is key. You think I got to where I am by doing every little thing myself? No, I've got experts for that. Financial advisors, planners, coaches. They're the architects of my financial empire. I bring in people who know what they're doing, so I can focus on what I do best, making more money. But you're out here trying to micromanage every penny, stumbling through investment decisions, and essentially flying blind. You're spending time on tasks that someone else could be doing more efficiently, and every moment you waste is a missed opportunity to grow your wealth. Time is money, and you're burning both. So if you're serious about moving up the financial ladder, assemble your team. You need people who can map out a solid game plan, guide you through the complexities of investment, tax planning, and yes, even debt management. By insisting on doing everything yourself, you're not being prudent, you're being foolish. You're throwing hurdles in your own path to financial freedom, and for what? To save a few bucks today while sacrificing thousands, if not millions, in the long run? So stop being your own worst enemy. If you keep clinging to this do-it-yourself delusion, you're not just stagnant, you're sinking. So make the call, hire the experts, and start acting like someone who's serious about building wealth. Or keep playing financial solitaire and see where that gets you. Your call. Finally, the fifth and perhaps one of the most insidious traps, too much money in the bank. Now some of you might be saying, but isn't saving money a good thing? Of course, saving is good, but where and how you save can make a world of difference. Listen, having a wad of cash sitting in a regular savings account might make you feel secure, but it's a financial blunder. Why? Because that money isn't working for you. It's just sitting there, barely keeping up with inflation if you're lucky. You've probably heard of high-yield savings accounts, right? Even then, high yield is often a misnomer. We're talking about maybe 1% interest if you're fortunate. You know where my money is? It's out there in the market, in real estate, in ventures that generate returns way above any measly interest a bank will give you for the privilege of holding on to your money. Now don't get me wrong, you absolutely need some liquid assets for emergencies. A high-yield savings account is fine for that purpose, but that's where it stops. Every other penny should be invested smartly to grow your wealth. So if you've been hoarding cash in a bank account thinking you're being financially prudent, let me give you a wake-up call. You're being financially short-sighted. You're squandering the potential to grow that money exponentially through intelligent investing. So what are you going to do? Continue to let your money rot away in a bank account, or put it to work and actually grow your wealth? The choice is yours. If you're content with mediocrity, by all means keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to escape these middle-class traps and join the ranks of the wealthy, it's time to make some changes. Remember, wealth isn't just about making money, it's about making smart choices with the money you have. Let me tell you something. If you don't change your approach, you'll be having the same money problems 10 to 20 years from now, complaining about the system and how it's rigged against you. Or you could heed my advice and start making moves that actually build your net worth. If you're offended by my bluntness, good. Use that as fuel to prove me wrong. Become financially savvy. Get out of debt. Invest wisely. And maybe, just maybe, you'll start living the kind of life you always dreamed about. Don't get mad. Get wealthy. It's your move. What are you going to do? If you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out the next video about how to cleverly use your debt to achieve your financial goals. Money doesn't buy happiness, it buys freedom.